What's good, group number one? For those of y'all who are drawn to the first image, this is going to be you all's reading today. We're going to be getting some messages on the next 5 years of your lives. So, 5 years from now, what will life be like for you? Thought this would be a pretty fun reading. Alright, so Spirit Guys, this is for group number one. What can you tell us about the energies of the next 5 years for group one? The collective of group number one, the next 5 years of their lives. Wow, okay. Well, hey, let me start off with these first. Ooh, so you got, okay. So you got dream job, you got travel, impatience, counselor, diplomat, and host. Then at the bottom of the deck, you got closed minded. It says sometimes you fail to see the infinite possibilities and the infinite possibilities and opportunities that are available to you. So I see for you, group number one, there seems to be a point in the next 5 years, but it feels sooner rather than later. Um, I'm seeing a pivot or like some sort of big change that you're going to make. And I feel like this change is more mental. I feel like you're going to reach a point, again, sooner rather than later, to where you're no longer playing small. You're no longer like watering yourself down. You're not holding yourself back. I see at a point here to where you are going to go full force towards the life that you want for yourself. And when you finally make that mental shift, the domino effect of um, like the opportunities will just come streaming in. Like things or even pathways. Um, Maybe you thought that there were only like one or two paths that you can take, but there's actually a lot more possibilities and a lot more pathways that are open and available to you. But I just feel like for quite a while you've kind of like limited yourself. But again, there seems to come some point to where you're no longer limiting yourself. Something happens to where there's like a shift, like a sharp, like a switch turning on, and like the lights turning on, in your head at least, and um, I see you moving towards a path that is very very aligned with you. Um, but I feel like over the next 5 years, a really big highlight here is your career. Um, there seems to be something very important or something almost fated for you regarding the career path that you're meant to take in this lifetime. So you got dream job, travel, and then counselor and diplomat. So this career path involves um, helping others. Shedding your light, being a guiding light for others. I feel like you are a light worker, um, and you're meant to be of some sort of help and support to mankind. So it's funny, I was talking about closed minded and more of a mental shift for you. I feel like you're meant to also help others um, when it comes to making shifts in their lives as well, in whatever shape, form, or fashion that may be. For some of you, this could be a counselor, therapist, social worker. I'm also getting hospice care. You may be called to work with like the elderly or people like at the end of their lives. Um, I don't know. There's just something different about like completely different about what you're doing now versus what you're going to be doing 5 years from now. Like a completely different career than what you're currently doing. No, and it's not to say that what you're doing now is not aligned with you, because it absolutely is. Like the things that we do always add up to something bigger in the long run. But I feel like where you are now is more of a stepping stone towards where you are meant to be. You're meant to, again, like be of service to other people in a guidance sort of like leadership, or because you got diplomat here is very leadership, connecting with others type of way. You're meant to work with other people. um, some of you introverts out there, you may not like that, but if you want to, be in a more soul aligned career, that's where you're meant to be. You're meant to be out there in the battlefield. You're not meant to be behind the scenes. You're meant to be out and up front. With this host energy, I definitely feel like for some of you, you may have some sort of platform or some sort of like business of your own, to where you may be like the face of something, or um, who people call when they need like an expert or expertise in something. This may involve a lot of traveling, because you got travel here too. I feel like the next 5 years you're going to be doing a lot of traveling, not just for work, but what I'm getting with travel here is going to be like a lot of travel for fun. I feel like you're going to have more time to travel, more time to, wow, and then you got niche underneath closed minded. Yeah, I definitely feel like you're going to have a specific niche regarding your career. But again, going back to travel, there seems to be a lot of like vacations that you'll be taking, a lot of you taking time for yourself. I'm seeing somebody who's on a cruise. I'm also seeing like somebody in like in a tropical area. I'm seeing very clear blue waters. I'm also seeing somebody kayaking. Um, I'm also seeing somebody in like a very cold, snowy climate as well. So take what resonates there. Again, travel. You can travel many different places in any type of season that you want. But again, I see you having that with this dream job. Um, Whatever this is that you'll be doing for your career will allot you a lot of time to travel and do the things that you want to do and see the world the way that you want to see it. So I feel like right now you may not have a lot of time or resources, but again, in the next 5 years, your life is going to look very, very different. You're going to have that time. You're going to have the resources. You're going to have the money. You're going to have that PTO, or even if you got your own business or something like that, you'll be able to take that time away from clients or take time away from work to be able to go travel and see the world. I'm hearing bucket list. So some of you may have on your bucket list that you want to travel to certain places, or you may want to travel, like you may have something on your bucket list, like you want to travel to all 50 states of the country, or you want to travel to all the continents. But I'm seeing like something on your bucket list to where like you have a specific goal regarding traveling. Even specifically, like you may want to travel to a place and try food from the specific place. Like you may have, specific goals when it comes to like what you do when you do travel, which is a great way to manifest as well. So kudos to you for doing that. But I also see you meeting a lot of people. You're going to be networking a lot. You're going to have a lot of connections. Again, even if you are a introvert and you don't really like to talk to people a lot, or you don't really fuck with too many people, you're going to have connections. People who you're going to be meeting over time. People who are going to, have the resources that you're looking for, people who have their own expertise in things, and that you're able to reach out to them when you need that type of expertise or that guidance regarding something specific. I even see you at like certain events or parties, and you actually, again, like meeting good people, meeting people who are on the same, I'm hearing caliber, so on the same caliber or wavelength or frequency as you are, and not just random people, not just people who are, of course you may meet some superficial people in your time. You know, don't overlook those people either, because you never know when you know those people may come in handy. But I feel like you're gonna have a lot of like connections in your back pocket, to where you're able to reach out to people or receive support or help for people when you need it. So again, like the next couple of years, like there's gonna be such a big like mental shift, to where it's like where you are today or who you are today is going to look completely different 5 years from now. Even like over the next 2 or 3 years, I see most of this unfolding for you. Um, Yeah, but don't rush it. You got impatience here. It says it takes time to build an empire. Your desire for instant results can hinder your ability to make good decisions. So a really big um, piece of advice or guidance from your future self is to, be patient, allow things to unfold naturally and in the way and in the timing that it's meant to. You can't force things, you can't rush things. It's going to happen. You just got to be more patient about these things. I want to get a few tarot cards here. Give us a little bit more information about this. Six of Swords. Yeah, I definitely see you. There may be a time over the next 5 years, to where things may seem a little bit choppy, or things may be a little bit kind of weird. Or I'm also picking up like these may be things happening around you, maybe things happening in your environment, in your country, in the world at that time. Um, but with the Six of Swords, it talks about going into calmer waters. Um, over here the waters are a little choppy, but I don't know if y'all can see back here the waters are, a lot more smoother. It's where it's supposed to be. Um, I've never noticed she's holding a chalice here, which is the cups. Hmm. There's something about, I'm getting two things. I'm hearing a keepsake. Um, I don't know. There's something very specific about like a specific item that you have, or maybe like a family heirloom, or something that's very special and near and dear to you, that you'll be able to take with you. So some of you may be like having a lot of movement around, or a lot of movement that you'll be doing, like literally physically moving to different places or relocating, traveling. But you'll have some sort of keepsake with you, or something that, again, like you hold near and dear, that you don't want to let out of your sight. For some of you, this can be a piece of jewelry. This is a very specific message, so that's not going to resonate with everybody. And another thing I'm picking up with the chalice here too is, despite the things that may be happening around you, keep and hold your innocence, or more so, you know, hold on to that emotional balance. We may go through a lot of changes and shifts, but don't let your heart change. Don't harden your heart, um, just because things may be happening around you, or you may be experiencing some, delays or setbacks in your life. Um, yeah, that's a very specific message for somebody here. What else? Yeah, because I'm seeing like there, over the next 5 years, in order for you to gain some things, there may be some things that you may lose, or things that may have to fall away from your life. So I feel like maybe the next few years, year or two, that there may be some things that kind of fall off. You may lose some things. It could be losing a home, or a job, or a car, or I don't know, some type of loss, in order for you to make room for, the things that are actually in align with you. Yeah, Ten of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I definitely see a few losses here, a few um, kind of hard moments in your life, to where like you may feel like you're in choppy waters, or um, things are not working out for you. But in reality, again, you're leaving behind the things, because Six of Swords also talks about leaving behind what no longer serves you. So it's like you're leaving behind the things and the people or situations that no longer serve you. Again, it may be a little bit hard at first, confirmation with the notification, but it's necessary. It's a necessary change. It's a necessary shift that you're needing to make. And this doesn't even have to be physical. This, with this sword energy, this again could be more mental changes, or you leaving behind certain mentalities or mindsets that just again no longer serve you. Five of Swords. Damn, there's a lot of sword energy here. So Five of Swords can talk about like betrayals, deceits. Um, so two things I'm picking up with this Five of Swords, that again you'll have to leave some people behind. So the next 5 years, there are going to be moments to where you're going to have to like decide between, keeping somebody around, or keeping a group of people around, or your peace, or keeping your peace. Nine of Cups here, yeah. So you're gonna have to choose at some point, like, okay, am I gonna stay stuck in this cycle, or stay stuck, in this place, or this environment, or this home, or this job, this thing that is just not satisfying me, or am I gonna go leave that behind, even though it may be a bit of a journey, or may not be the easiest decision, but at least I will have my peace. I will have that emotional satisfaction. So there's going to be a moment, again, like there's going to be a shift, a change that you're going to have to make, um, to leave something behind, or someone behind, in order to go towards your Nine of Cups. Again, it's a satisfaction, completion, um, comfort. Yeah, Queen of Cups, and again, she has this chalice, pretty similar to how she's holding the chalice here. This chalice close to her chest. So again, like, don't let bitterness come in. Don't, and it's not to say that something like horrible or bad is gonna happen, but I feel like whatever this situation is, it's like the ball is in your court. It just seems like it's just not the easiest decision for you because there may be some emotional connection or tie to this thing or to this person. But it's like a bittersweet ending that has to happen. But the advice again is like, don't harden your heart. Don't allow certain losses or betrayals or things like that to cause you to be closed off emotionally to people, or to you know have a negative or pessimistic outlook on life. Ooh, the page of wands. So a big adventure awaits you. I definitely feel like, again, like you're going to be leaving something behind in order to go towards this new adventure in life. But with the page of wands, it also talks about like a limitless potential. So I definitely feel like, again, there's this is the energy that you'll be like shifting into. Is like, okay, there's nothing stopping me. Even though the road ahead may be a little barren, it may be a little bit dry, maybe a desert ahead of me, but that's representing opportunity. That's representing potential, and you choosing, to move forward in life towards your dream life that you want for yourself versus staying somewhere to where you're not, to where you may feel complacent, or because Nine of Cups in reverse is more of a complacent energy. So it's like you don't want to feel complacent, you don't want to feel stuck, you want movement. And again, so there's going to be a point to where you're choosing movement and peace over stagnancy, you know, and more darker energy here. And again, it may not be the easiest decision because for some of you, you may have to choose to leave behind family. You may have to leave behind friends, even like lifelong friends. You may have to leave behind a job that you may have been at for a long time, a community. Like, again, there's something that you're leaving behind, a cycle that you're ending in order to go towards something better, something more brighter for you. Which was, again, will include with a dream job, a lot of traveling, a lot of resources, a more fulfilling career, um, actual connections and people who you actually vibe with and click with in life. So this is going to be a positive change for you. Um, but yeah, I definitely am seeing this for you for the next 5 years. Whew. All right, group number one. I think these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for y'all in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you all on my next reading. Peace out. What's good, group number two? For those of y'all who are drawn to the second image, this is going to be you all's reading today. We're going to be getting some messages on the next 5 years of your lives. I don't think I've ever done a reading like this before, but I thought it would be a nice, fun, and different reading to do. I've been doing quite a bit of predictive readings lately, so I thought I would dip my toe into this topic. So the next 5 years of your lives, what's life going to look like for you in the next 5 years? So I'm just going to be pulling some oracle cards, and then we get some tarot cards, and just whatever messages want to come up. I don't have a specific structure to it, just whatever spirit wants to share. So the next 5 years, what's life going to look like, spirit guides? The next 5 years of group two's lives. I'm feeling a really big energy of peace that just fell over me. I feel like over the next 5 years, like life is going to be very peaceful for you. Um, there seems to be either currently right now or maybe over the next year or two. I'm hearing like choppy waters. There may be a little bit of like what's like the energy of like things getting worse before it gets better. But I also see like you know for one, some type of support helping you through this, and two, like it's not going to last long. Whatever this like turbulence is what I'm getting, um, that you may either currently be experiencing or going to experience, um, it's for your good. Like it's again, it's one of those like things have to get worse before it gets better, and this may not even be regarding your life. This may be more of a sign of synchronicity, maybe involving the things happening around you. Um, that's a very interesting message. So some of you, this may be more so of things getting a little bit choppy around you. So it's kind of like the energy of like a hurricane, but you're in the eye of the hurricane where like you're experiencing, peace and calmness despite the things that may be happening around you. You're experiencing, you're choosing peace. Um, that's very interesting energy. Okay, let me get some cards. Staring at the eye of the hurricane. Okay. Oh. Huh. Okay, I see you, group number two. I want to make sure these are lined up pretty all right. I be going back and looking at my reading sometimes, be like, damn, this, them cards are so crooked. Okay, so you have innovation, promotion, competition, retreat, connection, and love. The next 5 years, babe, is like you're headed to the top. Like you haven't even reached your peak yet, but when you do reach your peak, it's not going to be like, how some people reach their peak and they're in their peak for like just maybe a year, a couple months, a year, 2 years. Nah, babe, this feels like um like a peak of like 10, 15, 20, 30 years, like at your peak. um I'm getting Aries energy here too, which is, I believe, first house energy, which is your body. So I'm seeing a big emphasis on your health here as well. I feel like your health is going to be peak, especially if you're having health issues now. I definitely feel like that's going to get better for you. Um, I don't do health related readings, so please don't reach out to me for those. But I am definitely seeing like things working out for you health wise, or you may experience over the next 5 years something regarding your health, maybe some sort of diagnosis of some sort. But I'm also hearing that things are going to be okay regarding that. Um, Either you or somebody close to you, again, could be experience some sort of health, maybe health scare or health issue. Um, and I'm also seeing like a diet change, maybe you shifting or changing like your diet completely. This may even be some of your energy like right now. Um, but yeah, that's one thing that I'm picking up. But another thing I'm picking up here too, the next 5 years is going to be like very good or very miraculous is what I'm hearing regarding your career and regarding your love life. So I'm gonna start off with love. So for love, you got connection and then love. So it says, love is the greatest of successes on the path to prosperity. Who can fully experience abundance without it? Then you have connection here with a special connection with open doors for you on your path. It may be a partner, a mentor, a client, or helpful friend. So I'm seeing a lot of emphasis on connections in your life. Um, and then specifically, again, regarding like, um, or specifically here regarding romantic love. So if you're single, I definitely see you coming into union with your partner. I definitely see like you're within the next 5 years, you'll meet them, date, get married, and already be settled in life. Like have your own like home together, and life will be lifing for you in your romantic love life. And if you're already in a relationship with this promotion energy here, I definitely see taking things to the next stage. Like if y'all are not married, I definitely see a lot of you getting engaged over the next 5 years. Engagement, period, for most of y'all here anyway. So I definitely see a lot of y'all getting engaged. Um, yeah, and then taking things to that next level regarding romance. Another thing regarding love is more platonic love. I definitely see you making a lot of connections regarding friendships and for some of you, even partnerships, like business partnerships here, that may have to do with your career. Um, yeah, and then we have career. Again, another emphasis on your career here. Um, there may be a point because I'm drawn to this retreat card. I didn't even mean to touch it. It just kind of happened, but um, I see a some sort of like pause in your career, but not in like a negative way. I mean, for some of you, this could be maybe like for somebody here, this could be a job loss, but others of you here, um, this could just be like you just need some time off from work. So there may be a time to where you may have to take some time off, maybe even having to do with like, because I was picking up health. So somebody here, there could be like some sort of health related issue to where you may need to take a little time off of work. I'm also getting FMLA. Um, not take what resonates here. You don't have to receive anything that you don't want to receive, and I'm not speaking any negativity over anybody's lives. I'm just saying what I am picking up because life happens. Like we never know. Um, but yeah, I am picking up some sort of break or pause in your um, job or career. Um, Maybe you're taking off health related reasons. Maybe you're taking off just to take off and you need to breathe, or maybe there may be a break in between jobs. Maybe you get a new job and you take a little bit of time off from after you leave that other job to go into something else. You may take a little bit of break in between before you start this new job. So again, take what resonates. This could go in a lot of different ways because it's a lot of y'all watching. Um, so again, take what resonates. So, but again, I am picking up some sort of break or a pause regarding your career or your job. For whatever reason, I don't know. It's gonna be different for everybody here, but take what resonates. Whew, okay, and then we have competition. Remember that there is no competition if you are truly original. So I'm getting Five of Swords energy. So you may be a point in the next 5 years, um, to where you may be experiencing some sort of issues or conflict regarding other people in your lives. Um, there may even be some sort of conflict in the workplace or conflict in your love life. So if this is workplace conflict, this could be maybe um, somebody jealous of you being promoted or envious of you, climbing the ladder. And if it's regarding your love life, you may have you know people who are jealous of the person that you're with, or jealous of your love life in general, or I don't know, but there seems to be some sort of conflict here regarding either your career or love life or both, um, of maybe people comparing themselves to you. Because I feel like maybe at some point in your life, you may have compared yourself to other people, feeling jealous of other people's lives. But I feel like there's going to come to a point to where things are going excellent for you. And you just may have people around you who's watching you now and who's comparing themselves to you. So make sure your protections are up. Um, if that's not something that you're working on now, that's definitely something you need to start working on. Because you're going to have a lot of eyes on you. You're going to have a lot of people who are looking up to you, admiring you. So a lot of energy that's going to be coming your way. So definitely making sure that you are working now to be consistent on your protection works. Whether that's spell work, wearing crystals, cleansing your home, cleansing yourself, spiritual baths, things of that sort, uncrossing work, cleansing baths, like things of that sort, to where, again, like you're going to have people, a lot of energy on you, and you're needing to protect your energy in some type of way due to a lot of eyes on you. Um, I see over the next 5 years too with this innovate card, you're going to be doing something different or innovative. You may have a very innovative career to where, like, whatever you're doing, or product or services or whatever that may be, you may create something that could be very something that the world may need, that is just very innovative um, for the time. Something regarding your creativity is very significant and highlighted over the next 5 years also. What's at the bottom of the deck? Host. Whether your space is physical or digital, you could find a lot of fulfillment in being a host. So some of you could be. This doesn't feel. I don't know. Like this could be like hosting a party, hosting an event, hosting a. I'm hearing convention. I'm also hearing keynote speaker. Um, Again, I just feel like you're going to receive a lot of recognition and a lot of accolades regarding your career, or maybe something that you create or produce and put out there in the world. You may get a lot of recognition for it, um, and a lot of people who just look up to you and admire what you do. I want some tarot cards. But definitely, love life is going to be highlighted here. I definitely feel like you're going to have a romantic partner to do this thing called life with you. Um, but also, again, like really good friends and really good like networking connections. People who are going to be supporting you. People who will be helping you. People who are just going to be by your side as you are um, you know, just going through life. You got the Seven of Cups, so a lot of opportunities and a lot of doors opening for you over the next 5 years. It may even come to the points where like so many opportunities and doors open in front of you. I'm drawn to how like his eyes seem a little like rolled in the back of his head. It's almost like he's confused on what to do, what moves to make, what door to open. So I feel like, again, like the next 5 years is going to be important for you to work on your protection work, and also for you to um, be consistent with a mindfulness practice, so that way you're able to connect easily with your intuition to be able to know what moves to make, what decision to make, what door to open. um, so yeah, definitely mindfulness is going to be very significant for you. You got the Hierophant, with this promotion energy here. I definitely see you leveling up. And this is also could be a card of marriage. So again, I'm getting to like your career and your love life is heavily highlighted over the next 5 years. There's going to be a lot of commitments in your life regarding, you know, romantic partners, job opportunities, career opportunities, you leveling up. Leadership is very significant here as well. And then we were talking about admiration. You got the Three of Pentacles. So again, like people admiring your work and admiring what you do. Um, yeah, I'm drawn to like how this person here, he's working hard, and this guy over here is like watching him, like to learn from him or admiring his work ethic or admiring, his skills. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be like drawn to maybe something that you do regarding your career is like you're an expert in or you're very very good at. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of people who are looking up to you. You're going to have now, with that comes jealousy and envy. So again, like your spirit guides are highlighting very heavily, please make sure group number two is, consistent with their protection work, because we want to make sure that they, things are not messed up for them energetically. A lot of movement in your life. Oh, wow. A lot of things going in your favor over the next 5 years. Again, some things might have to get a little bit worse before it gets better, but all in all, it's things going in your favor. The affirmation that just came up on my phone is I am an unstoppable force of nature, and it's 11:11 on my clock. Um, so again, a lot of alignment. Like you're going to be very much in alignment with the life that you have been trying to manifest for yourself over the past couple of years. You're finally going to experience that. Like things are going to be solidified by the time the 5 year mark. At least 5 years from now, things are definitely going to be solidified, and you're going to look back over, your petitions and the things that you manifested, or your notes or dream journals, and like things are going to be like manifested for you, like word for word. King of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, also. So very very abundant energy, very resourceful. This could be also the energy of your lover, like your romantic lover. This could be a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Somebody who's very resourceful, somebody who is very wealthy and have their own, stability. The King of Pentacles also talks about resources as well. So I definitely see you gaining a lot of resources from people, um, and just having a lot of connections and resources at your disposal. But there's so much like positive energy from your group, like a lot of great things here. Again, you got career, your promotions and new jobs, new opportunities in your career, meeting, love connections, getting married, getting engaged, maybe even collaborating for some of you here as well. You may be collaborating with others. Um, and a lot of people admiring you, you creating things. I feel like your group was a little bit vague almost, because I feel like, things are meant to unfold for you naturally, and unfold for you, just as life happens. Um, but again, it's just very very great energy here. So I'm really looking forward. Come back 5 years from now and comment under this video and let me know how this reading resonated with you. But I think group number what's this group number two. I think these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So wait. Another thing I'm picking up also with this Hierophant energy, I definitely see you leveling up spiritually here as well. So something about your spiritual gifts, spiritual talent, and that may also be something that you're admired for, is some sort of spiritual gift or talent that you, um, something about you unlocking. I was drawn to this key over here. So this is something that you don't know that you can do yet, or a gift that you haven't accessed just yet, but over the next 5 years, you're going to access this new spiritual gift or talent. And again, you're going to have a lot of people admiring this gift or talent, that you're going to be able to share with others. Oh, I just saw the key over here as well on the higher front also. So keys can be significant. Hecate can be significant as well. Um, Yeah, but group number two, again, I think these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you in my next reading. Peace out. All right, last but not least, group number three. For those of y'all who are drawn to the third image, this is going to be y'all's reading today. We're going to be getting some messages regarding the next 5 years, or what will life be like for you over the next 5 years. So, Spirit guys, this is for group number three. What's life going to look like for group three over the next 5 years? Whatever messages want to come up, thought it would be a fun reading to do. One thing that's coming through is routine. I'm getting routine. So there may be a shift in your day to day routine. I didn't even notice this. You got schedule here at the bottom of the day. I swear I was looking out into space and I did not see this. So you got schedule here. Interesting. That's so weird. Okay. So routine or schedule can be very significant for y'all, over the next 5 years. Um, I feel like, because I'm getting first house energy, so there seems to be a shift in, like, maybe your diet, maybe like a shift in, like, maybe you're used to doing things in the morning, but you may change it to doing those things at night. Maybe you're used to going to the gym, in the morning, and maybe you know, choose to do it at night, or maybe you used to go to order curbside for your groceries, but now you're choosing to go in the store to shop for your own groceries. But something about shifting or changing your routine or your schedule, um, something about that is going to put you in alignment with something or someone. That's an interesting energy. I feel like something about your routine changing or shifting, and this may even for some of you be involuntary. Maybe you get a new job, and you have a different schedule, and you have to change your routine or your schedule around. Or maybe you, I don't know, lose a job, or maybe you relocate, or you no longer go to that gym that's open at this certain time of the day. Like, I don't know, but there's something about a lot of changes in your routine, that you're going to experience over the next 5 years. But these changes in routines are divinely guided. Like it's meant to put you in alignment with some sort of manifestation of yours. You got fortunate popped out. I'm gonna keep that since it popped over. So I see a lot of financial abundance for you in the next 5 years, group number three. I was gonna say group five. So a lot of financial abundance, a lot of prosperity here. Wow. You have discovery, influencer. I will take these also. So somebody here, you can be getting discovered for some sort of talent or gift that you may have. Retreat, then leader. Trying to make it all fit. I think y'all got more cards than the other groups did. Okay. Counselor, discovery, fortune, influencer, retirement, retreat, and leader. You're going to discover something about yourself that you didn't even know you were good at. And the next 5 years again is this energy of self-discovery. So maybe not necessarily discovered from someone else. This feels more of like you discovering something about yourself and you monetizing off of that. So there's something that you're going to find out that you're really, really good at, and you're going to maybe take to social media about it with this influencer energy. So some of you may get really big on social media. Um, this could be maybe like, I don't know, like motivational videos or maybe funny videos, or maybe one, because I'm getting like an innovative energy here. So one thing that's kind of coming through, there's a person on TikTok, I forget her name, but she does like, channel messages and energy readings. But the way that she does it, she acts it out. Instead of her just sitting in front of the camera and just be like, all these downloads that I'm receiving, kind of like what I'm doing now. But instead of just, saying, um, the again, like kind of what I'm doing now, she acts out these channel messages and downloads that she receives, which I find super inspiring and very, very creative and innovative. Like I love it whenever she pops up on my screen, like every blue moon. I kind of haven't seen her in like months, but whenever she does, I used to love her videos. So that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up. Like you may put something out there that's going to be very different, very unique. Um, you're not. I don't know. It's like you're not doing the same old. You're doing something different than what others are doing. This could even be the energy of like, some people do like little TikTok dances. You may create your own dance and that dance may go viral. You may start doing certain little motivational videos or informational videos, and those things may go viral. But I definitely see some energy of like putting yourself out there and you getting a lot of abundance and fortune from that. But it's something that you're good at and something that you're very knowledgeable about as well, especially with this leader energy here too. You're meant to lead a movement. You're meant to lead a specific community of people in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Um, so very, very interesting energy here. I feel like part of this with this counselor energy is you. Um, I feel like over the next 5 years, whatever this energy that you're putting out there in the world is going to be very influential. You're going to be like a guiding light for others. You're going to be very motivational for others. Um, and like whatever like you're putting out there is going to, it's going to help a lot of people, or it's going to impact a lot of people, even if it's just a little funny video or like a little lip sync or something of that sort. People may really enjoy that. Like a lot of people, overlook those videos, but like everybody needs a good laugh. And there's nothing wrong with a little silly video of trying to make other people laugh. That's great. Everybody needs that, especially in the world and society that we live in now. So that's really good. I feel like over the next 5 years, whatever this is, this abundance that you're bringing into your life through something that you're creating, some sort of skill, talent, gift that you have, you may be able to retire early. Because you got retirement that's showing up over the next 5 years. So many of you may be able to retire early. You may, rack up so much money or save up so much money to where you're able to retire. Or some of you, you may have already been working towards retirement. Um, or for somebody here, somebody around you may be retiring in the next 5 years. Maybe somebody's parents could be retiring. Or maybe somebody at your job could be retiring. Take what resonates, but I definitely picking up a strong energy of you, for many of you being able to retire early. I'm hearing a lot of you by the age of 40 or 45, you'll be able to like retire, and for some of you, you may be able to retire even earlier than that. But I definitely am seeing like 40 to 45 range of being able to retire early instead of having to. What is the retirement age, like 65? I think it's 65. I feel like you're not going that's not in your cards here. Again, I definitely feel like you'll be able to retire a lot earlier than most people are able to, because you're going to be able to bring in a lot of fortune here. Somebody here also, this you can be receiving some sort of um, like trust, like a trust fund, or like maybe somebody passed in your family and you receive some sort of inheritance from that. That may bring you some sort of fortune here as well. Um, but I feel like most of this fortune is going to be self-made. So the next 5 years, you're going to be putting in a lot of work, a lot of hard work, but you are going to be putting in a lot of inspired work and a lot of like motivated work. You're gonna feel very motivated. Like you're gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's not gonna feel like you're working towards nothing. You're gonna know exactly what you're working towards, because you're gonna have a very clear idea of what that looks like for you. You got dream home at the bottom of the deck, so I definitely feel like you'll be able to, afford or buy your dream home. Um, I'm seeing like a little, I'm seeing like a cute cottage, um, and I'm also seeing somewhere in like a wooded area. I'm seeing a lot of trees around the house. You may like to want to live somewhere to where your neighbors are not super close, or you may have a lot of privacy or something of that sort. I'm also seeing like a house in like the country. I'm also seeing a farmhouse as well. Some of you may want to farm. Some of you may want to live off grid, and you'll be able to do that. I'm hearing somebody say, I'm going to live away from the chaos. So again, some of you may be able to live off grid or live somewhere to where you have a lot of privacy or a lot of land. You may have like a garden, some cattle, things like that, to where you're able to be self-sustainable for you and your family. Take what resonates there. While others of you may, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on my clock over here, so that could be a very significant number. For me, that's a number of progression when I see that. But some of you, you may want to live in the city, or I'm also seeing a high-rise building as well. You may live on a high-rise like penthouse or some shit like that. I'm definitely seeing like whatever dream home, whether it's something big or small, because everybody has a different idea of what a dream home looks like for them. Um, whatever that may look like for you, I definitely see you being able to achieve that over the next 5 years. And I'm also hearing that you'll be able to afford that in the next 5 years, um, especially with the way the economy is now, which is shit. I definitely see I guess in a more prediction for the economy or for the world in general, the next 5 years, I see um, the housing market getting a lot better and a lot more affordable in the next 5 years. Let's get some tarot cards for you. So the next 5 years for group number. Damn, that came out fast. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. So this is, something that it may not be an overnight riches thing, but it's something that you'll be able to work towards. However, in the original Knight of Pentacles, he has the pentacle right in front of his face, facing towards the future direction. So it's like a clear goal, a clear direction, and exactly where he wants, or he knows exactly where he wants to go. So it's, again, it may be you having to put in quite a bit of work, a lot of patience, a lot of consistency, a lot of diligence. Consistency is going to be super key for your success. Spirit guys had me stop because I was going to go into another message, but they had me stop. Consistency, consistency, consistency. When you do have this idea, or when you do get this new, discover this new talent of yours, or you have this, new opportunity, or this new door opening up for you, or, you have this idea to start this business or start making these videos, or whatever it may be, like, act on it and be consistent with it. Because if you're not going to be consistent, then I feel like things are still manifest for you, but it's going to take you a lot longer than what you could have gotten to if you had just been more consistent, or started acting on it right then and there. Especially next to this magician energy, there's a need for you to act on something when that door opens, or when you get that call. Yeah, Page of Swords here. Definitely new ideas coming towards you. And again, you're being called to act on it and be consistent with this action. With this star energy, oh wow. So again, with this influencer, you may be in the spotlight in some type of way, group number 3. So the next 5 years may put you in front of a camera, on a stage, on a podcast. But I feel like there's some an energy here of you again being in the spotlight, or people watching you in some type of way. It's like this whatever little ghostly figure just like staring at her while she's naked at that. So it's a little weird, but um, he's just staring at her and watching her as she alchemizes, as she. I don't think I can really show the. I guess I can show the card, but yeah, she's like watering the water, or pouring into the water, subconscious, and then pouring into the ground, which is that practical and material. So I feel like there's going to be maybe something that you're doing spiritual related. This could be you being a tarot reader, or some type of spiritualist or spell work or spreading knowledge about spirituality or religion, something of that sort, to where you may be sharing your expertise, or um, yeah, something about sharing your expertise in something, but doing it in a practical way, or sharing your experience about something, but again, doing it in a very practical way. So again, like social media is coming through here. You got the Knight of Cups, so there could be a little highlight in your love life here as well in the next 5 years. Um, I'm drawn to the rose here on the star card. So there could be an energy of romance coming your way in the next 5 years if you are single. If you're in a relationship, um, things could be like, um, I don't know, like something about sweetening up, or like going back into the honeymoon stage. I don't know. There seems to be maybe a shift in the relationship, but like a very sweet shift that may happen. Um, but again, I am picking up with this Knight of Cups energy. There could be a bit of some romance coming towards you if you are single. Another thing I'm picking up with this Knight of Cups is the energy of creativity and creation. So again, there's a super big energy about creation or creativity for your group over the next 5 years that's going to bring you a lot of fortune and abundance. So again, like when you are receiving ideas, act on that. And it kind of gives me, I did a reading just yesterday. I don't think I've released it just yet, but it's what legacy are you building? And I know in one of the groups I talked about like some sort of idea that they may receive, that they're meant to act on, something like that. I don't know, but that is, your group kind of gives me that idea. So if you're from that group, so I think I'm gonna release that other one before I release this one. Um, Definitely let me know, because this may be double confirmation for you. Anything else? I see things, it's not necessarily anything, because you got the 10 of Wands. So there seems to be an energy of things going pretty smooth for you. Now, sure, again, there's going to be a lot of hard work that you're going to have to put in, but there seems to be an energy of flow state here as well, of things working out for you because you are doing the thing that you are called to do. So this is very soul aligned. Whatever this is that you're meant to, influence others about or share with the world, something that you're discovering about yourself, is going to be something that is very aligned with you on a soul level. Anything else? I don't think so. But group number three, I think these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how the reading resonates for y'all in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed. I'll see you all in my next reading. Peace out.